Today we're going to take a few minutes to review the changes in ContentDepot as a part of our 24.4 release and the introduction of broadcast services and the new subscription process. We have broken this training video up into chunks so that you can easily jump to sections that are relevant to you, so please take note of these timestamps and let's dive in. Let's see some of the changes that we've made to the homepage. We'll be using our testing environment and our test station WHAL for this training video, so some things may differ when you log in for the first time. One of the first things you'll notice is our onboarding modal, welcoming you and introducing you to the new changes we're about to go over. If you click on the Learn More button, you can read all about the changes we have made and additional resource links. As you can see, not a lot has changed as far as your homepage is concerned. There are a couple new links you can click on. The My Station tab at the top menu allows you to quickly navigate to all your station-related pages. The two new additions to this tab are the Broadcast Schedule and the Broadcast Service page. These pages we'll be reviewing later on in this video. Lastly, on your homepage, you will see an additional link to your Broadcast Schedule page. Now let's take a look at one of the newest features, your Broadcast Services page. You can navigate there one of two ways. You can hover over the My Station tab at the top and select Broadcast Services, or you can hover over your station name, click Customer Profile, then select Broadcast Services from the submenu. Before we dive into this feature, let's take a second to talk about broadcast services, what it is, what it does, and what it means for your station. If there is anything you take away from this portion of the video, it is that the broadcast services is the key feature that will allow us to support the new receivers. What is a broadcast service? A broadcast service represents a radio station's scheduled programming intended to air to their listeners. A station may have multiple broadcast services, such as one for a news and talk format and one with a classical format. In ContentDepot, broadcast services are a new way of thinking about how stations subscribe to programs, receive episodes, and schedule content for playback and in-listener consumption. How does broadcast services fit into your subscription workflow? Broadcast services will serve as your broker, your middleman, the person in between your subscriptions and your receivers. You can have multiple destinations assigned to a broadcast service, and you can move these destinations around as you wish without needing to subscribe or unsubscribe from programming. Now it is time to take a look at your broadcast services. Since you are no longer adding subscriptions directly to your receivers, we have created and migrated your subscriptions to individual broadcast services. Each broadcast service has a name and is linked to an individual receiver and port combination. As you can see in this example, our test station had 2 receivers and active subscriptions on all 4 ports, resulting in 8 broadcast services. Pro Audio 1 Port 1 Legacy broadcast service, the Pro Audio 1 Port 2 Legacy broadcast service, and so on. Depending on your station's number of receivers, receiver names, and active subscriptions, this page may differ for you and your station. While our little ContentDepot robots did the best they could generating your broadcast services, we recommend double checking their work, renaming your broadcast services, and reducing the number of broadcast services you have. Click the pencil icon to edit your service. Here, under Name and Description, you have the option to enter a long name, medium name, short name, and description. When entering this information, keep your end listener in mind. While this information is currently just being used in ContentDepot, in the future stations could opt to allow this metadata to be used by HD radios in your middleware. Once you have entered your information, you can click the Link tab at the top and enter a link that you would like associated with this broadcast service. After that, you may click the Destinations tab. As you can see, this broadcast service is assigned to Pro Audio 1 Port 1. There is also available ports we can assign as a backup. By clicking on Pro Audio 3 Port 1, you will now receive all the subscriptions associated with this broadcast service to the receiver Pro Audio 3 Port 1. Lastly, you can see that there are some grayed out port options. These receiver ports are associated to other broadcast services. If you wish to assign it to this broadcast service, you would need to unassign it from the previously assigned broadcast service and reassign it to this one. When you are done, just click Save and save your changes. Like editing, adding a new broadcast service is just as simple. Click the Add Service button in the top and enter your name and description information. Click the Next button at the bottom right. Enter a link that you would like associated with this broadcast service. Select the Next button again, and here we are at your Destinations tab. Here you may select the destination you would like your subscription to go to. You may leave it empty if you are not ready to dedicate the port space. When you click Save, you will get a warning to let you know that you can add subscriptions to this service, but you have not selected a destination for the programming to be sent to. Once you have a good understanding of the automatically generated broadcast services, or have created an additional one by accident, you will have the option to delete them. We recommend doing this with extreme caution. Once a broadcast service has been deleted, we will remove all your subscriptions from that service and disassociate your destinations. Once you have deleted a broadcast service, you cannot undo this action. To delete a broadcast service, go to the service you would like to delete and click the trash can icon. You will be prompted by a modal to confirm that you would like to delete this service. Just type delete into the input field and click the Delete Broadcast Service button. Now let's take a few minutes to review the changes that have been made to the subscription process. We'll be reviewing how to subscribe to the 3 different program types: Live, Live with Subsequent File or LWSF, and File. Each of these are very similar with a few minor differences. To get to the new subscription page, you must first navigate to a program. For this example, we'll be using the test program, New Live Program. To access this program, we're going to search for it in the upper right, click the program name from the search hit list, then click either the Subscribe tab at the top right, or click the blue Modify Subscription button. If you are not currently subscribed to this program, this blue button will just say Subscribe. Now here we are at the Broadcast Service Selection page. This is where you will choose which service you would like to subscribe to. To the left, we have the Program Information panel that has all the relevant information about this program, including the delivery type, show length, frequency, distributor, and category. To the right is a list of your broadcast services. If you are already subscribed to this show on a broadcast service, it will be prioritized to the top with a blue border and a subscribe text at the bottom of the service. Each broadcast service has a name and a list of receivers and port combinations assigned to that service. You will also see if a service does not have a destination assigned to it. As we mentioned in the broadcast service section of this video, the receivers and ports assigned to the broadcast services will be where the content will be sent. Once you have figured out which broadcast service you would like this live program to go to, click the service. We will be selecting the WHAL News and Talk station for this example. After you have selected a broadcast service, you will arrive at your new subscription page. At the top of the page, you will see the previously selected broadcast service, as well as the port and receiver information that goes along with it. You also have the option to change the service if you would like. To the right of the service name are your subscribe and unsubscribe all options. If there is more than one live hour you can subscribe to, these options will be made available, but more on this later in the video. Below you will see the familiar program information panel, as well as the subscription hours you can subscribe to. In our example, our program has 2 program hours and our station is currently subscribed to one of these hours. Each program will have a section of information to tell you a little more about that hour. The information includes the recurrence of the show, when the transmission will begin, the length of the air window, and the file name prefix. All of this information will help you know what you are subscribing to. If you already know and don't wish to see this information, you can click the Collapse Information button at the top right, and click it again to then see that information. Now it is time to add a subscription. As we mentioned in the broadcast service portion of this video, our Content Depot robots have already migrated over your subscriptions to broadcast services, so depending on the show, you may already have a subscription. To subscribe to a program, just click the Add Subscription button at the top right of the program hour you would like to subscribe to. In this example, we are subscribing to a live program. To keep things easy, we have split our process of subscribing into 2 different flows. The first subscription flow will act just like your previous subscriptions. We have named this the Quick Flow. Just tell us when you would like to start receiving the content, click Next, review your subscription, then click Save. In this quick subscription flow, you will receive all the live content to your assigned receivers based on when the producer makes them available. We recommend using this process until the ATX receivers are sent and more advanced scheduling features are made available. While the quick flow example is fast and easy, it does not give you the flexibility that we know some stations need. All subscriptions have the option to create a custom scheduled subscription. In preparation for future automation features and ATX receiver playout capabilities, we encourage stations to subscribe with accurate playout information. By doing this, you will set yourself up for an easy transition when these features are made available. For now, you will see the customized playout information on your broadcast schedule page, which we will be reviewing later, and delivery for the show to your receiver will remain the same and can be viewed on your live receiver schedule page. To create a custom schedule, click the Add Subscription button, click Custom Schedule under the How would you like to subscribe question. When you click this, you will see several new scheduling options have been made available. You may choose to delay this show by changing the start time, or change the recurrence to schedule the content whenever you would like. For example, you could choose to repeat this every week and not receive the show on Fridays by unselecting the Friday checkbox. You also have the option to play the program every day, every month on a specific day, or yearly on a certain day. The recurrence options for this program are endlessly flexible. You may also opt to receive this show one time only by selecting the one time only option under the How would you like to schedule this program question. For this example, we are choosing to receive the content live and opting out to receiving it on Friday. Now click Next. Now you'll be prompted to enter your episode selection rule. The default option is what you'll be using 99% of the time, but to make things as flexible as possible, there are additional episode selection rules. The default selection will select the latest episode if it matches your playout date. The newest episode option will schedule the newest episode regardless of the original airtime. And advanced episode selections will give you a variety of options like matching episodes based on title, air date, or you could choose to select the 3rd episode from the newest. Like we mentioned, the default option will be what most stations use the majority of the time. So for this example, we'll be choosing the default option of start date same as playout date. Now click Next. Here is your subscription summary. We have written out in plain language what the summary for this subscription is. We recommend reviewing your summary, then clicking Save. Your custom scheduled subscription has been added to the subscription hour you had selected. Your subscription block has information about your subscription, including your delivery preferences, recurrence, playout date, and episode selection. You may also select the Playout Preview button to the left, which will let you know what episodes your subscription has matched for the next 14 days. If you would like multiple instances of this show, you may add an additional hour by selecting the Add Additional Subscription button. The process of adding an additional hour is the same as you have done before. If you would like to edit your subscription, just click the pencil icon to the right of your subscription block. Once the modal appears, you may select any of the tabs at the top and make edits as you need. Then click Save. Deleting a subscription is familiar. Just click a trash icon to the right and click Delete Subscription. Clicking the Subscribe All button at the top will subscribe you to all available hours, and you will receive all the live content to your assigned receivers based on when the producer makes them available. This is just like the QuickFlow subscription we mentioned earlier. Unsubscribe All will unsubscribe you from all your subscriptions. Now let's check out how to subscribe to a file show. First, let's navigate to our test program, All Files Considered, select it from the search hit list, then click the Subscribe tab. This next page should feel familiar, as it is the same broadcast selection page as our live program, except there's different information in the Program Information panel. We are going to select the WHAL News and Talk broadcast service for this example. Here we are at the All Files Considered subscription page. Just like our live show example, we click the Add Subscription button. Now you will enter your playout information. Entering your playout information will not affect the delivery of these files for now. The file delivery rules remain the same. You will receive all files with an open air window at the same time you normally would receive these files. For this example, we are starting by playing the show tomorrow at noon with the recurrence of Monday through Friday. Now click Next. Now we're at the episode selection rule page. Just like the live example, the default choice will be what you will use 99% of the time, but we have additional options to allow you to be as flexible as you would like. We will just choose the default Play New Episode for this example. Then click Next. Again, we have landed on the subscription summary page. Just review your subscription, then click Save. Again, this should feel familiar. You may now review, edit, or delete the subscription that you just created. Again, all of these files will be sent to the receivers associated with this broadcast service. Now let's check out how to subscribe to an LWSF show. First, let's navigate to our test program, LWSF Radio Hour, select it from the search hit list, then click the Subscribe tab. Again, we will be using the WHAL News and Talk broadcast service. We are now on the LWSF Radio Hour subscription page. To subscribe to a program, click the Add Subscription button. One of the key differences you will notice about the LWSF subscription process is this beginning step. If you would like to receive the live stream version of this show, click Stream. Or if you would like to receive the LWSF files, click Files. If your station would like to receive both of these, you will need to add an additional subscription hour, which we will be reviewing shortly. For this example, we will be choosing Stream. Now click Next. You have now entered the live subscription process, where you can choose the QuickFlow option we have discussed earlier in this video and receive episodes based on availability of the producer, or you can choose to create a custom schedule for this program. Again, all the same options apply to this LWSF program as it does for the live program. For our subscription, we are going to choose the QuickFlow option. Then we click Next. And again, we land on the subscription summary page where you will review your summary and click Save. You have successfully created a live subscription for this LWSF show. As we mentioned, if you would like to also receive the files for this show, you'll need to add an additional subscription hour. Click the Add Additional Subscription button at the bottom below your previously created subscription. A new subscription wizard will pop up. Now, this time you will select the Files option. Click Next, add a playout start date and time, and select your recurrence options. Again, entering your playout information will not affect the delivery of these files for now. The file delivery rules will remain the same. Now click Next. Now choose your episode selection rule. We'll be using the default option for this example. Again, we have arrived at the subscription summary. We've reviewed it. Now we are clicking Save. That's it. Now you will receive both live and files for this subscription hour to the receivers assigned to your broadcast service. The last feature we would like to review with you is your broadcast schedule. There are several ways you can access this page. You can get to it from your home page by clicking the Broadcast Schedule tab in the top right, or you can access it from your broadcast service page by clicking the View Service Schedule link. Now that we are at the broadcast schedule page, let's take a second to talk about what this page is and what it is not. This page is a visual representation of what you have told ContentDepot your playout schedule is. This information is not what will be sent to your receiver. That information can be viewed in your live receiver schedule page. Just like your live receiver schedule page and your PRSS schedule page, this timeline has some basic navigation features. You can go forward and back days by clicking the previous day and next day buttons. You can change the number of hours that are shown on the timeline. You can also navigate to the current date and time, which is represented by the blue line down the center of the page. You can also click the calendar icon and choose a specific day you would like to view. You also have the option to hide and show file programs. By default, these files are hidden. If you click the Show File Programs button, you will see why. While these scheduling conflicts look scary, it is perfectly fine. When you had first scheduled these file shows, you might have selected times that have overlapped with other shows. When you have free time, we recommend cleaning up these file show subscriptions to more accurately reflect when you will be playing them out. As we mentioned before, playout information will not affect the delivery of these files for now. The file delivery rules remain the same, so there is no risk to your station of making these changes. If you would like to make a change to one of these files, just click the block on the broadcast schedule, click the program, and then navigate to your subscription page to make these changes. Along with file, there are other broadcast types. The 4 types are live show, delayed show, file show, and schedule conflict. This visual representation will help you prepare for the new ATX receivers and future playout and automation features. That's all, folks. Thank you for taking the time to review the changes that are coming to ContentDepot. Feel free to send this video to your coworkers and fellow station team members. If you have any questions, make sure that you check out our FAQ, which has been posted on prss.org/future system, or you can contact the help desk by calling 800-971-7677, or you can email us at prsshelp@mpr.org. Thank you.